Hey everyone, Adam here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, we got one simple trick. That's why I got the magic wand emoji there. That essentially tripled return ad spend and basically going to do a full Facebook ads live walkthrough. So basically what we'll go through basically the results and improvement that happened, the change in targeting that led to that big breakthrough, big breakthrough itself, and also actual examples going in 2025 of video creators that we basically tested and the kind of creators that just don't work anymore, just plain and simple, and the ones that are actually do convert. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be really, really exciting one. So without further ado, let's take a step in my office. Let's take a look at the account here. Let's dive in, baby. So basically you can see here for this month today for this account, you can see here so far $21,000 in tracked revenue, spent $11,998. Now you might be wondering, holy smokes, Adam, that's a terrible return. Not for this brand here, because they actually sell laces that basically go on shoes essentially, and they're basically kind of like stretchy material essentially. And so their breaking return ad spend is literally like a 1.1 or so. So we're literally working with pretty small AOV. We've done a ton of different things to try to improve that, and worked on improving the conversion rate a ton. That helped us out massively. But basically, if we kind of flick back a few months here, back into July here when we first started, you can see here we're at a 0.5x, and then last month, we're able to get it to 2.1 and now basically 1.77. So a little bit more than triple. You could say triple / 4x, but I'll just say triple while scaling too as well too. So yeah, should be able to finish off the month. I don't know, maybe 27-ish K or so, give or take, maybe a bit more to be honest, which is actually not bad for them. And basically with the return ad spend about a 1.1x. So basically, first things first, in terms of the change in targeting, so basically what we took a look at a few months back, so we flipped back to July, basically with this brand, pretty much they were brand new at advertising, never did any advertising, and we basically also were competing with another agency as well. Of course, we won the battle, who are we kidding here? We absolutely crushed them. It wasn't even close, so which is why we're still in the account, and they're a little sayonara, I guess, if you will. But regardless, basically we take a look at basically the gender that we found is that females were a lot more profitable than males, but basically all the content and the targeting, pretty much the entire brand, they basically, for all their TikTok and everything like that, it was all focused on the male demographic. But what we found is, basically took a look under the hood and noticed that throughout that we were noticing females more profitable. So basically what we did is we helped them get a ton of just user-generated content, customer content, basically with females in it. And basically what that ended up allowing us to do allowed us to essentially start, improving profitability. And then I think in August, things started really heading in the right direction a bit more. So hit a 1.59, and then September hit a 2.1. And now this month scaling a bit more, on pace for scaling the revenue a lot more essentially. So that's the first thing, is that the change in targeting and basically demographic, like the gender essentially was huge. Basically targeting all males and then just switched it to basically only female essentially was huge, getting them in the ads essentially. Now, the big breakthrough itself was when we started getting these videos. Something that we find makes a massive, massive, massive difference is seeing what we can do in terms of for the start times of the video, because obviously the first 3 to 5 seconds matters a lot. And then the second piece is seeing if there's anything in the video that we can snatch and then grab it and put it to the front. Now, so this was the original video here. So we take a look at this.
Okay, I wear my blazers all the time, but if you know, these are a pain in the ass to get on.
So this one, basically, I think we tested it, didn't really do much, but then basically a team member of ours decided to go in there, get it edited and switch the hook, and notice the difference on this here.
Is it easy to get on?
And so that was basically the new hook, and notice the difference there. It's like really grabs your attention, and that just like scaled the account like crazy and scaled the profitability like crazy. Just essentially just tripled it, to be honest, off this basically as one video. Now, of course, there's others as well too, but that is something that is extremely, extremely powerful. Play around with that. So one, you could do different start times on the video, but then this one we actually grab the end. So basically what happens is if you go to the end here, so she basically kind of tries it on, and then
oh my god,
and then she's just like, finally, boom. So the reaction's all the way to the end. So why not have the reaction right at the beginning? Like, who's going to wait a minute and, over a minute for the reaction, right? So grab that little piece and put it near the front. Now, another one that's gone toe to toe was basically this video right here. And now this one here, we tested this video at 3 different start times. Basically her struggling to put on the other shoes with the other laces, and then her talking about what she's about to test out. hey, got this product here, blah, 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 gonna test out. And then her reaction to the laces, which of course, as you can imagine, that's the winner, and that's this one right here. So I'll show you this video here as well. So we go right here.
The moment of truth.
So you can see there within like the moment of truth, and then just like puts it on, and she's like, you know what I mean? So essentially the reaction, these videos have just been crushing, and that's why it's been super crucial, because if we didn't test out all these different start times, that wouldn't have happened. Like this wasn't until like 20-ish, 30-ish seconds into the video, because she starts off talking about what she's going to test out, and then, you know, tries on the bad shoes and struggling with it, and then tries on these shoes. But it's just like, it's too late. Like we got to just get to the point, you know what I mean? So that allowed us this one. These two are just by far the best two winners, and they're absolutely crushing it. So little two tricks that essentially worked out. Now I want to kind of cover basically going into 2025 UGC video content that doesn't work. Okay, so it's very, very important to, you know what doesn't work in order to kind of, you know, after seeing these, I'll explain why they work and all the elements that they had in there. But let me talk about first that doesn't work. So these kind of videos, I'll play this one here.
If you're a woodworker like me,
like basically any sort of customer review videos that just aren't authentic. Okay, like basically these aren't customers, and then this one here, not a customer, and it's just like basically what it is. It's supposed to be a customer review, but it's like way too much B-roll and editing with captions for this type of content. It's like, would a customer do that? No, like it's just so not believable. Like I know for sure years ago, absolutely used to crush, like these used to crush, but as so many brands are doing it, it just doesn't work. I'll tell you right now, there's two actual ads that we've literally tested in the last like 2 months or so. Just doesn't work. Okay. But I will show you what actually does work. Okay. So the type of winning UGC content. Okay. First and foremost is organic type of content. Okay. So this is something you just see on the For You page, TikTok, etc., and just barely mentions or tries to sell the product. Like you see this first video here, this guy just hammering stuff, doesn't really mention the product, him just kind of just boom, 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 boom. Like it's just an organic piece of content that is just, you know, it just has the product in it. Just really
truly boneless wings. We're going to remove this bone and fully.
I'll tell you right now, this video absolutely crushed. And what is it? Truly boneless wings. And it's just like, hey, here's me cooking these truly boneless wings, blah, 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 blah. And then it just mentions the product in there. But it's just an organic piece of content, okay? It's just like, rather than like, hey, so I was struggling with this and blah, 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 blah. It's just like people just, you know, they're just not like as into that as much as this. Like this stuff gets watch time, it gets a ton of views, it drives traffic for extremely cheap, and it just works extremely well. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, organic piece of content. Okay, next up is authentic review, but here's the key. It could be anywhere from like 10-15 seconds to like a minute. It's okay to actually be longer with it, but it has to have zero B-roll editing. Okay, it has to be something that a customer shot. Like you can see all these here. She basically just talks about this product very authentically. She even like struggles to open the package. Like it's just one take. It's something easily a customer can shoot. Like look at this one here. This one also crushed it.
If you have a body.
And it's just like her just quickly one take, taking like a little selfie video in her mirror. Like it's just authentic. You know what I mean? It needs to have like, you know, some sort of reaction in there, some sort of personal details, personal story. She was talking about how she's a nurse on the left here, yada, yada, yada. Talk about how they found out about it. Adds so much more believability, because like if they're like, hey, yeah, found this on TikTok, was seeing so many videos, and I went in and talk about their journey of buying it, and then, you know, went ahead and took a look at the reviews. Everyone was saying, you know, how incredible the product was, so then I went ahead and bought it. But here it is. You know what I mean? Like that adds a lot more believability, why they bought as well, and then what they love about the product. And sometimes mention the competition. Like for example, this girl here mentions this company called Figs. And she's like, yeah, I own like 14 pairs of figs, but this right here is way more stretchy. It adds a lot more believability, because it's like, okay, this lady actually buys this kind of product. And then, you know, everyone who's actually like watching these videos, they all know the brand. So it's like, you know what I mean? You don't need to, you know, beat around the bush. Like, you know, it's totally fine. So authentic reviews absolutely work, but should be from customers. Okay. It's just, you got to do the unscalable. You got to actually reach out to the customers, get them to shoot content, and then give them this framework, and then just show them examples, and then just work with them on it, and make sure it's one take. Don't do any B-roll editing, and watch it scale. It actually does well. Okay. Next up as well too is short, quick B-roll footage with background music. Key for this one here is just anywhere from like 5 to 15. I'll even say 20 seconds to be honest. Super quick, just different concepts. This one here, boom, release a new foot, boom, and then comes out. Like it's just super quick.
If I like it, I'll just grab it in a different
And then this
color.
one, if I like it, I'll grab it in a different color. If I like it, I'll grab it in a different color. Boom, 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 all of that. So those are another example. These ones, all winners. They all work really, really, really good. Now, another one as well too is if you are going to do problem-focused stuff, I find for what we see on our end, this one here is another winner here, is actually just showing it visually rather than someone just, explaining blah, 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 all that. I find just visually with background music and then just showing the problem. Hey, struggling with dental, yada, yada, yada. Here's the product. Boom. No talking in it. Just visually showing the problem is one of the best, UGC ads essentially recently. And then basically, even has the stats. Over 80% of dogs over 3 already show signs of basically this disease on their tooth, essentially, on their teeth, essentially. So that's another one that just, it works. So basically lot stronger than someone, like this just doesn't work. Okay. I'll tell you that right now. It just doesn't work when like some UGC creator comes in there, doesn't work as well. Okay. Last one here is also demo. Basically just demoing the product. Essentially, just they work. Demo videos just work, plain and simple. Literally just showing how to actually just install the product, blah, 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 doing this. This one you can do B-roll footage. You can do some other stuff. You can even have a bit of, audio over. But if you're just full on just demoing the video, demoing the product just works a lot better. So other ones as well, comedy, authority figures, Red Seal carpenters, doctors, anyone who's like an authority in the space works quite well. And also comedy as well. So, but yeah, that about wraps it up. Give these a try and hopefully that all makes sense there. Let me know if there's any questions on that. But yeah, I really just kind of want to break down what I'm seeing working. There's a really, really, really good example too of how we ended up tripling the return, finding out what the targeting was, all that sort of stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you have a brand that has nice proof concept doing at least about $25,000 a month and beyond, looking to grow your revenue profitably, there'll be a first link in the description to book in a little call with yours truly and, find out, see where you're at, see how I can help you out and take it from there. So thank you so much for watching to the end. Cheers to you for watching all the way to the end. Appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers for watching.